Hello everyone, so this past summer I did 4 teams and the first team I did was SU at Summer Madness. If you don't know what Summer Madness is, it's a festival for Christian young people. There's a main talk in the morning and the evening, seminars throughout the day and loads of fun activities for teenagers to enjoy. A lot of people that come to Summer Madness come with their church, so youth clubs, youth fellowships, but the SU at Summer Madness team is for those who don't have any youth groups to go with. So a lot of the kids that we had all came by themselves or in 2s or 3s, and that's one thing I really loved about the SU at Summer Madness team, giving young people the opportunity to step out of their comfort zone, come by themselves to a place that has so many other Christians their age who are worshipping one God. And I really admire the confidence of these young people. I know when I was their age I would have never came by myself to anything like this. My role within that team was to help out during meal times and also to lead a small group every night. One of the things that really stood out to me was during the main talk on one of the evenings, there was 2 boys and they'd met each other by coming on to the team the year before. That night was very emotional, and there was the one boy in our team was really upset. From what I understood, he had become a Christian the year before at Summer Madness, and he felt like this year he wasn't really living a Christian life, and he was really upset with himself and he felt really down about it. And I just turned around to check on all of them around us, and he's sitting there crying. They had built such a strong bond through going on this team together, and they were able to help each other through that and be friends for life. And I said to the one that was holding his friend on the way out, I said, like, you're such a great friend, just trying to encourage him for that. And he just turned around and said to me, I've been upset before and he's always been there for me, so I want to be there for him too. And I just thought that was great, and I hope that things like that continue to happen on that team. And I encourage anyone who is 15 to 18 year olds who want to go to Summer Madness to look up that team, because it's a really great experience. Straight after I finished Summer Madness, I went to Romania, and that was on the Extend team with Exodus alongside Karis, and I was really inspired by one of our mountain hikes. So there was this boy and he was walking up the mountain with me, and I just said to him, what are you most excited about in Romania and what are you most nervous about in Romania? And he said, I'm so nervous about praying out loud in front of my team. And I just explained to them that when I was his age, I hated praying out loud because I felt like what I was going to say was stupid, and that everyone else had really like fancy words and I didn't know how to do that. And I just said, like, you're not the only person that goes through this. Just encouraged him that God is the only one who's listening to him, that everyone else in that circle is probably not hanging on to every word he says, and so that he should be confident and use his voice to pray to God, and that it doesn't matter what other people think, and the more he does it, the more confident he's going to become. So he left us after 3 days and went on to his placement in the village working with the kids in Romania, and he messaged me whilst he was there and he was like, just letting you know that every time we've had to pray out loud, I've prayed out loud because of what you said. And it's things like that that really make teams worth it for me. You know, you don't realise something so small, like I only talked to him for maybe 5-10 minutes about that one thing, had such a big impact on him, and he's went on to be more confident in his praying. And like, I had so many more moments like that when I was in Romania with the young people, and yeah, I just really grew, and my confidence was able to do talks a lot better than I've ever done before, and was just able to develop my skills in talking to people, which has set me up for different things in my life. So after Romania, I did New Horizon with Ruth and Hannah and Ian. One thing that really touched me about New Horizon this year, there was a little boy, he was in my group last year and he was very difficult to work with, just wanted to talk, wanted all the attention, and by the end of the week last year I'd found out from talking to him and getting to know him that he had a lot of hard stuff going on back home, and that's why he was acting out. At the end of the day, his mum came over, was asking the leaders, who's Shannon, and then she came over to me and she said, I just wanted to let you know we've been praying for you all year, hasn't stopped talking about you. And I thought he was so difficult last year, and I thought he probably hated me last year, but you don't realise actually how much you giving attention to a child means to them, and for you to talk about God to them, for them to want to ask questions is such a great thing and can have such a great impact. So I was just really like happy to know that he was thinking about it, she told me that he had wrote on the back of his craft, he had wrote my name on it, and he kept the craft the whole year. And it said to like the other leaders, like, a craft doesn't seem such a big thing sometimes when we're doing kids programs, but actually he used that to remember my name, to remember what he had learnt that summer. And yeah, that was just class. And then last but not least, I went to Burma with the church team, and yeah, I think Burma was just such a whole different experience. I think all my times over the summer were so different from each other, but Burma was something that I can't even compare to. When we were in the church on the Sunday, looking around at all these people in the church sitting on the floor and them worshipping God, and just seeing how they did things, and thinking back home our congregation's doing basically the same thing but in better building. There's so much I could say about Burma, but I think it's really made me think a lot more about what I have, and how I should be grateful for what I have, and being able to help others is a really important thing. So yeah, that's me. See you later, bye.